My very first job was at McDonald's, and I remember one day a man coming in with a very nice suit on. He came right up to the register. I was standing there, I was ready to take his order. Then he walked around the register to the back part of the kitchen. He walked right through the kitchen back to talk to the manager, and I thought, who is this guy? I was like, I'd never seen him before. I didn't know if he worked there. I didn't know if he was an employee or if he was a customer, so I was kind of nervous. But he walked right back to the back and started talking to our manager. After about 5 minutes of conversation, I saw him take his coat off. He had a very nice suit on, very expensive suit. So he took his jacket off. He laid it over a chair, he put on an apron, and he went right to the sink where all the dirty dishes were. He started washing the dishes. After about 30 minutes, he finished washing all the dishes. I'm still confused at this point, wondering who he is and what he's doing here. But he goes right to the grill, and he starts making all of the food. So I'm thinking, okay, obviously he knows what he's doing. He made the food faster and better than anybody else in the store. And after an hour of making all the food, he went back to the back. He said bye to the manager. He put a coat back on, very nice suit, coat, back on, and he left the restaurant. And I thought to myself, who is this? So I called to the manager and I asked her, I said, hey, who was that? I've never seen that person in my life. And she said, that's John Petrakis. He's the owner of this McDonald's. And at 15 years old, I learned a valuable lesson about leadership that day. When he walked in, he didn't start screaming, he didn't start yelling, he didn't start barking out orders. When he walked in, he served our team. He brought order and authority into the room, but the way he did it was he did it by example. And so one of the things that we talk about in leadership a lot of times is, what is the biblical definition of leadership in the world? Well, in Genesis chapter 1, the Bible says that God created human beings to rule, to have his authority over the earth, over the creation. And then in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15, God takes a human, Adam, and places him in the garden and says, I want you to take care of and tend the garden. The word there in the Hebrew simply means order. So the created human being has the purpose of bringing authority and order into God's good world for his glory. That's simply what leadership is. So every single day, you and I have the opportunity as a human being to say yes to Jesus and to bring authority and order in his good world.